Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my Week 12 review of CFL action. And so we're going to get right into it right away. Make sure you check out my Week 13 previews coming out very soon, probably in the next few hours. It'll be coming out before the Stampeders game later. Anyways, without further ado, we'll get right into it with Toronto versus Montreal. All right, so Montreal will get a big win here. I didn't expect them quite to get the win here just because Montreal has been putting up seemingly weaker and weaker performances as the weeks go by. However, they do get a good win against Toronto, who seems to be the front runner in the East. You could sometimes debate that that's Hamilton, but really one of the two front runners there in the East. So good win for them. It would be interesting though because Montreal on their first touchdown, they should have gotten offensive pass interference because when he's going into the corner of the end zone, he actually pulls the hair of the DB to bring him down, and no call. So that touchdown was declared a good touchdown. So not the greatest call, although it really doesn't make a difference in this game, as I mean they won by like 21 points or whatever. I think 21 points. But interesting thing there. They I don't think they challenged it. I don't think they did, which surprised me. Maybe they used their timeout earlier that quarter. I don't know. Anyways, but Toronto would throw 3 interceptions in the first half. Toronto was not doing themselves any favors in this game. I think they kind of went into this game with way too much of a lackadaisical attitude because of the way that Montreal has been seemingly getting worse and worse and worse, and just assumed that natural progression would give them the easy victory. Toronto at times in this game seemed like they were really on point and they really could do something, hence why they were able to get 2 touchdowns. But nothing ever like fully clicked with them. And I think that's what cost them, is that Montreal was consistent the whole way through. But anyways, it would be a 37-16 victory for the Alouettes, and that will bring us into our next game, which is Ottawa versus Hamilton. All right, so Hamilton would win huge, as pretty much everyone expected. Hamilton, after coming out of their last week off, they were even better, and it looks like they continued on with that trend. I thought that Stephen Dunbar Jr. had quite a good game. And one of the things that Hamilton really did is they made sure that Ottawa really never gained any momentum in this game at any point. They really were good at, the second that Ottawa got something to glimpse on, they were really good at, they were very good at basically crushing it then and there, not letting anything develop, nothing that Ottawa can have to build on. And really kind of crushed their spirit, to be honest. I thought that Hamilton specifically had a great fourth quarter. It's funny because that's normally what the Bombers are known for. However, I think Hamilton really showed up there, and that would lead Hamilton to win 32-3 over the Ottawa Redblacks, which would bring us into our next game, which is BC versus Winnipeg. What the fuck do I even say about this game? Like, this game was absolute, complete annihilation from the coin toss to the second this game was over. It was not even remotely close, and this game literally had me asking the question, what are the biggest shutouts in CFL history? If you're asking yourself that question when watching a football game, the football game's not close. It is a blowout, and that's exactly what would happen. Winnipeg would win 45-0, would absolutely destroy the Lions. The Lions, sadly, and this is worth noting. Winnipeg made all these transactions getting players. They got Shaq Cooper, they got Winston Rose, and they got themselves a new kicker. I believe it was Castillo, something like that. I believe that was his name. Anyways, but none of these guys were in because they have, I believe the CFL has like their own COVID protocol. They have to like wait a week or whatever, or something like that. I can't remember. But anyways, they weren't in the lineup. So this is without that. So the Bombers are gonna have a week off to get those guys, in the system, working with the plays and whatnot. And I feel like they're gonna have a nice strong showing against Montreal in week 14. But the Bombers, with this win, would would clinch the Western Final, which actually the start time of it has been moved 30 minutes earlier. Just so if any of you, because I'm going to be going to the Western Final, so if any of you guys are going to the Western Final, just letting you know. I believe the Eastern Final was 30 minutes earlier as well. That was due to the conflicts with the NHL, so they've fixed that up because the CFL and NHL really got to manage their schedules like way better. They got to coordinate with this shit. But yeah, anyways, that would bring us into our last game. That would be Saskatchewan versus Calgary. All right, Saskatchewan finally fights their demons. They finally beat the Stampeders 20-17. Really close game. I thought Calgary was going to complete the sweep, but I thought it was going to be really close. It was a really close game how I expected it, but Saskatchewan really piled through to get this one. Now, one of the things I thought was interesting was the amount of offsides this D-line for the Saskatchewan Roughriders took. That is unacceptable. If I'm a Riders fan, I'd be really upset about this. And I know they're very upset because I have heard numerous Rider fans tell me how they're considering, maybe they need a new D-line coach because obviously the level of discipline is not there on the players. So they're gonna need a bit more of a hard ass who's gonna kind of crack down on them for that because that's you just giving up yardage. And they can sometimes kill you. So I think it definitely hurt Saskatchewan. I think they definitely would have won by a larger margin if that wasn't an issue. But you can, does Saskatchewan need a new D-line coach? Comment that down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. They would get a nice 52-yard field goal. I wish the Bombers would get something like that, but maybe they will going forward. And now talking about the Calgary side of this is interesting because Bo Levi Mitchell has been the talk of Calgary for the past while because he started out looking really weak. Obviously, he had some injury problems. He went off for a bit, and then they put him back in, and he looked like he was great. This game, it looked like he had a really good start to it, but as the game went on, he kind of got more sloppy and threw a couple picks in really key times in this game. And it kind of was the silent killer of Calgary here. Just the fact that they were really on these decent drives, and then all it would take is one wrong pass, and the whole thing goes straight to shit. And I think that's one reason why Calgary did not complete the sweep. But overall, this was a really exciting game, and Calgary would lose 20-17. So 20-17 victory for the Roughriders. I don't know why I said it like that. But anyways, that's all my thoughts on Week 12 of CFL action. Make sure you check out my Week 13 preview and my Week 14 stuff, just because that's when the Bombers play again. So I'll be a bit more enthusiastic about that, obviously, because they'll be playing the Alouettes, and I will be there. It'll be a home game, so of course. Anyways, make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Check out our recent videos. There's been a lot of stuff going on. Very much so. The NHL has been going quite crazy as of recent. Check out our video on Kevin Cheveldayoff. There's a chance we might do another one that's updated now that we're hearing some of the stuff that came out of that meeting with him and Gary Bettman. And make sure you check out our Jets game reactions. They're so much fun to do. My brother does them. And yeah, but we've been kind of full swing with that. We got 82 games to go. I think we're about 7 games in-ish. But yeah, make sure you check that out if you haven't already. And that will be all. So I'll see you guys next time.